Welcome to Jamie's Humble Home. Today we're making this soft, cuddly dinosaur plushie. I'm a left-handed crocheter, but as long as you're familiar with the basic crochet stitches, you're not going to have any problem following along if you're right-handed. The pattern works out exactly the same. You'll simply just mirror my work. To make this project, I'm using 2 skeins of Baby Snuggle dark khaki green for the dinosaur and 1 skein of the Baby Snuggle in golden for the spikes. A 6mm crochet hook, scissors, 15mm safety eyes. Hot glue gun is optional for additional securement. If you're making this for a child under 3 years, I like to hot glue gun the eyes just for added safety. You'll also need a blunt tip crochet sewing needle, stitch markers, as well as stuffing of your choice. Okay, to get started today, into a magic ring, we're going to be placing 6 single crochets. Then we're going to do 6 single crochets into our magic ring here. Once you've worked your 6 single crochets into the magic ring, once you finish your 6 single crochet into the magic ring, and slip stitch in the very first stitch to close this first round, chain 1, and then do a single crochet back into that very same stitch. And right now we are going to begin working the rest of this into a continuous round, working in the continuous round. So in this first stitch here, go ahead and place a stitch marker, and now we're going to do 2 single crochet into every stitch around. So we've already done 1 in here, we're going to do 1 more, and then place 2 in every stitch around. You should finish with 12. I apologize for all my lighting shadows. It's early in the morning, still dark outside. So once you finish your 12 single crochet, doing 2 in each stitch around, a single crochet into the first stitch of round 2, replace your stitch marker, and then for round 3, and then for round 3 we're going to be doing a single crochet and then an increase all the way around. We just did our single crochet into that first stitch, so the next one is an increase, 2 single crochets into the next stitch, repeat that all the way around, 1 single crochet followed by 2 single crochets into the next stitch, and repeat that all the way around. You should be ending with 18 stitches. Now to begin round 4, we will remove our stitch marker, do a single crochet into this first stitch here, and for round 4 it's going to be 2 single crochets followed by an increase, repeated 6 times around. So we have 1 single crochet, now 2 single crochet followed by an increase, 2 single crochets into the next stitch, and then 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, followed by an increase, 2 single crochets into the same stitch. So you'll repeat that all the way around, 2 single crochets, followed by an increase, and repeat that all the way around. So at the end of round 4, you should have 24 stitches if you want to check your work. 24, so we're good to go. Round 5, we are going to be doing 3 single crochets followed by an increase, and we will end with 30 stitches. So go ahead and remove your stitch marker, do your first single crochet, followed by 2 more single crochet, and then, oops, then your increase, 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Just gonna repeat that all the way around, 3 single crochets, followed by an increase, and repeat that all the way around. We're going to begin round 6 with a single crochet and replace our stitch marker. Rounds 6 through 10 are just going to be single crochets all the way around, 1 single crochet into each stitch, which is 30 single crochets around, and we're just going to do that for round 6 through round 10, doing 1 single crochet in every stitch around. 30 single crochets in each round. Do me a favor and comment down below, what is your favorite thing about crocheting? I'm curious to know what got you into crochet, what got you started, how long have you been crocheting? I personally first crocheted probably 10 or 15 years ago, but never really got past chain until about 2 years ago. Well, no, I'd say maybe 7 years ago I learned like single crochet, half double crochet from a friend, but I didn't really start crocheting on a regular basis or making anything other than little attempts at squares and such until a couple of years ago. And so I've been going at it for about 2 years now, and the thing that got me absolutely hooked on my hook is the fact that crochet for me, it's like a meditation. I just love to be absent of thought or immersed into positive thought and love for the person I'm creating for, or for hopes for my future or whatever, as I'm crocheting. But I'd say more often than not, I kind of just get absent in thought and completely in the flow and lost into my project and counting my stitches and whatever, and or just kind of drifting off. And I love that about crochet. It gives me a nice peaceful calm to each of my days that I get to spend some time with my hook and my yarn. So let me know in the comments down below, what's your reason why? Why do you crochet? Alright, I'm going to finish up. Now I'm on, let's see, I'm finishing up round 7 here, but I will meet you back at the end of round 10. And so just continue doing 1 single crochet all the way around each round up through round 10, and I will meet you back here again at the end of round 10, because round 11 is going to be a little bit different. Alright, I'm at the end of round 10 here, so to begin round 11, we're going to do 12 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Go ahead and mark this with a stitch marker, that 12th stitch there. And now in the next 6 stitches, we're going to do an increase in every stitch. So 2 single crochets into the next 6 stitches, which will be 12 stitches in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and then just do 1 single crochet into that next stitch, and we're going to mark that one with a stitch marker as well. This is going to help us with our eye placement when we're ready. We have this little increase between, and then we're just going to do 11 more single crochets to finish off. So it was 12, 6 increases, and then we're going to do another 12. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I love it when my stitch counts end up right. Okay, so now for round 12, there will be 36 stitches around now. We've increased by 6. And so rounds 12 through 18, you're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around on rows 12 through 18. And so I will meet you back here at the end of round 18, and we will go from there. When you get to these stitch markers from your previous round that are going to help us with our eyes, just stitch right over them, keep them right where they are. You don't need to take them out or anything, just stitch right on over them and continue around, and I will meet you again at the end of round 18. Okay, so I need to insert a correction here. I said we were going to do rounds 12 through 18 of 36 single crochet all the way around, but you're actually going to crochet rounds 12 through 21. It wasn't quite long enough, so I made it a little bit longer. So go up to round 21, and then I will meet you back at the end of round 21. Here I am at the end of round 21. To begin round 22, we're going to do 4 single crochet. Replace my stitch marker here real quick. And that first one. I'll do 3 more. And then after the 4 single crochet, then do a decrease. So yarn over, yarn over, pull your yarn through, go through the next stitch, yarn over, and pull through all 3. And we're going to repeat that all the way around, doing 4 single crochet, followed by a decrease. And just repeat that all the way around, and I will meet you back at the end of round 22. And then for round 23, we will be doing 3 single crochet, and then a decrease. Oops, decrease. And repeat that all the way around. 1, 2, 3 single crochet, followed by a decrease. And then to begin round 24, pull out your stitch marker, put in that first single crochet, and we will be doing 1 more single crochet, followed by a decrease. I'll repeat that all the way around. 2 single crochet, followed by a decrease. Repeat it all the way around. Alright, at the end of round 24, this is where we're going to go ahead and place our eyes and stuff our head before we finish. Okay, so these are just over a ½ an inch, and I am going to just put them in right where my stitch markers are. I'm going to hold that spot with my thumb so I don't lose it. Get my safety eye secured. If you're going to be giving this to a child younger than 3, then I definitely would recommend adding a little bit of hot glue onto the top of here. I would just put a squirt of hot glue and then squish this down over the top, and it just gives it some extra securement for those little ones so they can't pull these eyes off and choke on them. But this one is going to my 6-year-old, so I'm not too concerned for him. And then we're just gonna give this head a stuff. And you can use really anything to stuff your dinosaur. It doesn't have to be this polyfill. You can use any kind of cotton, any kind of fabric scraps or yarn scraps, whatever. Go ahead and stuff the head. Don't overstuff it, but give it a good stuff so it's firm enough for your liking. And then we will continue on to row 24. I'm sorry, 25. And then round 25 here, we're going to do 1 single crochet followed by a decrease all the way around. Let me get my stitch marker in here. So that was my first single crochet. Go right into a decrease. And then repeat that all the way around. Single crochet, followed by a decrease, all the way around. Okay, and then now round 26. We'll go ahead and just remove our stitch marker for a second. So we're going to do a decrease and a decrease all the way around. So just continue to do a single crochet decrease in every stitch all the way around. And then this is where we will remove our stitch marker. And if you want to, you could do another decrease, but we are just going to pull ourselves out a tail and then weave that in. And as we weave it in, we will close off this little hole here. So just get your crochet needle. Sew closed your little circle here, and weave your tail in. And then once the tail is all weaved in, then we can just go ahead and pull this through and cut. Have him tucked in there. Actually, this. And then we're going to use this scrap of yarn here. Just kind of give our eyes a little more shaping other than just the brow. This is optional if you want to kind of give them a little bit of a pull in towards each other and hug them in a little bit. So if you want to do this, go in behind one eye. insert your needle, come back around the other eye, and then I just give this a twist. Make sure it's pulled snug but not too snug. Twist around there. Come back around this other side. And then, so that little ones can't just accidentally pull it apart. I like to give these a little tie before I tuck them in. Oops. Let's see if I can get this one tucked in. I got it a little short. Don't make that mistake. Get this tail tucked in. Find my needle. Okay. So there his little head is done. A little dinosaur head. Okay, to begin the first leg, we're going to make a magic ring here. And we are going to do 6 single crochet into our magic ring. And once you have your 6 single crochet in your magic ring, then give that a pull to tighten up your magic ring. Hopefully, go ahead and slip stitch back into that first single crochet and do a single, or I'm sorry, don't slip stitch, do a single crochet back into that first one. We are still working in the round. Place a stitch marker if you'd like, and then back into this very same first stitch we're going to do another single crochet, 2 single crochets into every stitch around, so an increase all the way around, and we'll end with 12. For round 3, do a single crochet into this first stitch, place your stitch marker, and then do an increase and repeat that all the way around, single crochet followed by an increase all the way around. Should end your round with an increase, so you can count your stitches if you want to be sure. You should have 18 now. And remove your stitch marker and do a single crochet into the first stitch of round 4, followed by another single crochet, and we're going to be doing 2 single crochets followed by an increase all the way around. So 2 single crochets, 1, 2, followed by an increase all the way around. And you should be finishing with 24 stitches. On round 5, we're just going to do 1 single crochet all the way around. So we will be doing 24 single crochets all the way around for round 5. Okay, so you will continue to do 24 single crochet all the way around through rounds 5 through 8. At the end of round 8 here, and for round 9 we will begin with 2 single crochets followed by a decrease, and repeat that all the way around. 2 single crochets followed by a decrease. And for the beginning of round 10, we'll do a single crochet followed by a decrease, and repeat that all the way around. Single crochet, then single crochet 2 together to do a decrease. For round 11, you are just going to do 12 single crochet all the way around, and I believe we will continue to do that probably till about round 20, but I'll let you know. Okay, so you're going to continue to do 12 single crochet in every round up until round 30. So rounds 11 through 30, 12 single crochets all the way around, and then you will cut off a tail for the first leg, and then just repeat the exact same steps to make a second leg. So rewind, follow the exact same steps as the first leg, make a second leg, and then once you are at the end of your second leg, and you're at the end of row 30 to your stitch marker, then you are going to chain 2. And after you chain 2, then we're going to come and we are going to connect onto this first stitch after this ended. We'll just tuck this tail into here. I'm going to get this connected, and then I'm going to go pause and help my daughter here. So we're going to connect these legs together going into this very next stitch after this one ended. So we are just going to come in here and do a single crochet, connecting these together, and then continue to single crochet all the way around. Are you sitting on my yarn, baby girl? You are sitting on my yarn, you silly little thing. And when we reach our single crochets, we are going to slip into here and do 1 single crochet into each of these 2 chains. And then we will be coming back to where our stitch marker is. Single crochet into this other leg. Replace the stitch marker. Hang on, sweet baby. Alright. And I'm going to pause, and I will be back after I get the baby settled. Okay, so we just completed round 1 of the body, attaching the legs together. And for rounds 2, probably to about round 16, I'll let you know here in a second, we are going to continue to do 28 single crochets all the way around. So you should have 28 single crochets after you've connected, because we had the 2 chains in between. So we were adding 4 stitches to our 12 on each side, which is 24. So you should be having 28 stitches around. And just continue 28 stitches around. I'll let you know in just a moment for how many rounds, but probably to about round 16. Yes, you are going to continue doing 28 single crochet in every row around up until round 16. And so to begin round 17, do a single crochet, replace your stitch marker, and we are going to do 1 more single crochet, so 2 single crochet to start round 17, and then we're going to do a decrease. And repeat that all the way around. I believe it's 7 times, so 2 single crochets and a decrease. And just repeat that all the way around, 2 single crochets and decrease. And I'll meet you at the end. So now we've gone from 28 to 21 stitches. I've just put my first stitch into round 18. And we're going to do the exact same thing. To do 2 single crochet, followed by a decrease all the way around. And for the last round 19 here, for round 19 we're going to do 1 single crochet followed by a decrease all the way around. We'll do our single crochet followed by a decrease, all the way around, single crochet, decrease, all the way around. Alright, and we're actually going to stop right there, 1 stitch short on round 19, so 1 single crochet and a decrease and then leave 1 stitch. And go ahead and pull this through, do a slip stitch, and give us a nice long tail, long enough for us to sew this body onto the head with. And the body is left stuffless. The only thing stuffed on this dinosaur is the tail and the head. So now we can go ahead and tie our legs. Sometimes you might want to give it a little bit of a stretch, but I like to tie it like this, just going toward the outside and then pulling the foot through, and then give it a little tug, and then we're going to repeat that on this side, going toward the outside. Don't want that getting stuck in there. Going toward the outside, and then give it a little tug and pull it through. Try to make them as even as possible. Kind of matching when I tie them. So we're going to move on to arms, and then we will do our tail last, and then our spikes. So to begin your arm, you're going to make a magic ring, and we're going to do 4 single crochet into the magic ring. This closed, and do a slip stitch into our first single crochet there, or I'm sorry, don't slip stitch, actually do a single crochet because we are still working in the round here. So we have our 4, and we're going to do 2 single crochets into every stitch around and come up with 8. So we'll do a second into that one, 1, 2, and this, rather than using a stitch marker, we are ending at 8, and then we will continue to work up our arm. And so I just count my 8 stitches around rather than messing with the stitch marker, but you can put your stitch marker in that first stitch if you want to. So now we have 4, putting 2 in every stitch, 5, 6, so now I'm in my last stitch, 7, and 8. Now we're going to continue to do 8 stitches around for 10 more rows, so we will end on row 12. So rounds 3 through 12 are just going to be 8 single crochet, working your little arm straight up. And so just 1 single crochet in every stitch around, and you can just keep counting 8 stitches around and do that 10 times. My daughter just woke up, so I gotta put my stitch marker in and go tend to her. Okay, so at the end of round 12, then just pull that through and cut yourself with a long enough tail that you can stitch that onto the body. I may have wanted to go slightly longer there, but hopefully that'll be enough. And then we are going to repeat that, make another one. Alright, so once you have 2 arms made, Then we will set those aside and we are going to start our tail. And for the tail, we're going to start with a magic ring. And into the magic ring, we are going to be putting 4 single crochets. Pull our magic ring closed. And let's do a single crochet back into that first single crochet. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets in every stitch around. So then we end with 8 single crochet, and then for round 3 we will do a single crochet. I'm going to go ahead and put my stitch marker in there for my 8. Okay, so for round 3 we're going to do 3 single crochet. I have my first one in there. I'm going to do 2 and then 3. In the 4th stitch, I'm going to do an increase. And in the 5th stitch, I'm going to do an increase. And then I'm going to finish this row off with 3 single crochet. To begin round 4, do a single crochet into this first stitch, and then we're going to do 3 more single crochets. So we'll be starting with 4 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to do 2 increases. So 2 single crochets into the next stitch, followed by 2 single crochets into the next stitch, and then finish this row off with 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should be up to 12 stitches now. In round 5 we are just going to do 12 single crochets all the way around. And for round 6 we're going to do the same thing as well as for round 7, so I'll meet you back here at the end of round 7. Just do 12 single crochet into the next 2 rows. So rounds 5 through 7 are going to just be 12 single crochet. And I'll meet you back here at the end of round 7. Okay, for round 8 we're going to do 5 single crochet. Get my stitch marker back in my first stitch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we are going to do 2 increases. So 2 single crochets into that stitch, and then 2 single crochets into the following stitch, and then we will finish this round with 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for round 9 we will be doing 6 single crochets, followed by 2 increases, so 2 single crochets into the next 2 stitches, followed by 6 single crochet, and now we should have 14 stitches around. And for rounds 10, 11, and 12 we will be doing 14 single crochet all the way around. Did I say 14 stitches round? Because I meant 16 if I did. And I will meet you here back at the end of round 12. So just do 16 single crochet all the way around for rounds 10 through 12. To begin round 13, we're going to do 7 single crochets. So I have my first one here. Followed by 2 increases, so 2 single crochets into the next 2 stitches. And then finished off with another 7 single crochet. And then for round 14, we'll begin with 8 single crochet. 6, 7, 8, followed by 2 increases, 2 single crochets into the next 2 stitches, and then finish row 14 or round 14 with another 8 single crochets, and we will be ending with 20 stitches around. And for rounds 15 through 17, we will just be doing 20 single crochets in every, I'm sorry, not 20 crochets in every stitch around, 1 single crochet into every stitch around, so 20 single crochets all the way around. And so the next 3 rows are just 1 single crochet into every stitch, 20 single crochets around, and I'll meet you back here at the end of round 17. Alright, here I am at the end of round 17, so to begin round 18 we're going to do 9 single crochet. Six, 7, 8, 9, and then we'll do 2 increases, 2 single crochets into the next 2 stitches. And then finish off this round with 9 single crochet. To begin round 19, we're going to do 10 single crochet. Followed by 2 increases. And finish off this round with 10 single crochet. Now, rounds 20 through 22 are going to be 24 single crochet. We'll be doing 1 single crochet in every stitch around for the next 3 rounds. So rounds 20 through 22 are 24 single crochet. Just do 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and I'll meet you back here at the end of round 24. I have just finished round 22, so now to begin round 23, we're going to start with 11 single crochets. Do 1 here, and replace my stitch marker. Yes, sweetheart. 2, 3, 11, and then we're going to do 2 increases, so 2 single crochets into the next 2 stitches, and then finish with 11 single crochet. 2, 3, 11. Oh shoot, I do have an extra stitch now. I need to do a decrease. I added a stitch on my last round because I thought I was short a stitch. Turns out it wasn't short a stitch. It's not even an extra stitch, but I'll just do a decrease here. Now for round 24, we're going to start by doing 12 single crochet. 2, 12, and then 2 increases, 2 single crochets into the next 2 stitches, and then finish this round with 12 single crochets. 11, 12. Okay, now we're going to be finishing our tail by doing the last 3 rounds. Rounds 25 through 27 are the last final 3 rounds, and you're just going to do 1 single crochet in every stitch round on those final 3 rounds. Pardon the baby there. It's 28 single crochets all the way around for the next 3 rounds. And then you just simply fasten off, and we will be putting our dinosaur together. So I'll meet you back here at the end of round 27. Rounds 25, 26, and 27 are all 28 single crochet all the way around. And I'll meet you back here at the end of round 27. Alright, so I've reached the end of round 27. And you can see when I lay it flat, you can tell where it has the straight edge and the side that we've done our increases, where we have our little dinosaur ripple here. I am just going to continue. You okay, sweet baby? So I'm just going to continue down to the end here and remove my stitch marker and just do these last like 5 or 6 stitches until I get to this end over here, and now I'm going to fasten off. Now we're going to begin making our spikes for the dinosaur. We will be making 7 spikes total, but they are in different sizes, so we're going to have 2 small, 2 medium, 2 large, and then 1 extra large. And to make our small ones, begin by making a magic ring, and then we're going to put 4 single crochet into that magic ring. Once you have your 4 single crochet into your magic ring, go ahead and pull your magic ring closed, and then do a single crochet into that first single crochet you did, and go ahead and throw another single crochet into that same stitch and do an increase. And we're going to follow that with 1 single crochet and an increase. The last single crochet, just do 1 single crochet. So in the 4 stitches you have an increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet, and now we should have 6 stitches round. And so to finish this small spike, we are going to just do our 3rd round with 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then go ahead after you do the 6 and just go ahead and pull through and cut your yarn. Leave a little tail so that you can sew it onto the body of the dinosaur. There is our first small dinosaur spike. I always just take that center tail from the magic ring and we just kind of tuck it up in here. That'll be ready to get sewn on. So now we're going to repeat that, make 1 more small. After you have your 2 small spikes, we'll move on to the medium spike. Begin by making a magic ring. And into the magic ring we're going to place 4 single crochets. Once you have your 4 single crochet in your magic ring, go ahead and pull that tight and single crochet back into your first single crochet for row 2. So now for row 2, we are going to do an increase into this first stitch. So place 2 single crochets into your first stitch on round 2, followed by 1 single crochet, and then do another increase, so 2 into the next stitch, and then into the last stitch on round 2 we're going to place 1 single crochet. Now for round 3 we're going to do an increase into this first stitch, so 2 single crochets, followed by 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then do an increase, 2 single crochets into that same stitch, and then the last 2 stitches of round 3 are 2 single crochets, and then we will end this medium spike on round 4, doing 8 single crochets around. 2, 3, 4, 8. Now we are finished with our medium spike. Go ahead and cut yourself a tail, leaving it long enough to sew onto your dinosaur, and then go ahead and make yourself a second medium spike. You need 2 medium spikes, 2 small spikes, and we'll move on to making the large spike. Again, you will begin with a magic ring. And into your magic ring we are going to do 4 single crochet. When you have that finished, go ahead and pull your magic ring tight, closed, and do a single crochet into your very first single crochet of round 1 to begin round 2. And this is going to be an increase into this stitch, so we'll place 1 more single crochet into this stitch, followed by a single crochet into the next stitch, another increase into that third stitch, and the end of round 2, 1 single crochet into this last stitch. For round 3 it will be just like our medium spike. We're going to do an increase into this first stitch, followed by 2 single crochets into the next 2 stitches. There was an increase, then 2 single crochets. Now we're going to do another increase, and we're going to finish round 3 with 2 single crochets. Now for round 4 on the large, instead of doing 8 single crochets all the way around, we're going to have a couple more increases here. So we're going to do an increase into our first stitch on round 4, followed by 3 single crochets, and do another increase, and end round 4 with 3 single crochets. You should have 10 stitches around if you want to count and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and tuck this in here. And for the last round here, round 5, we will be doing 10 single crochets. Just 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way around. 2, 10. And this large spike is done, so now you'll just need to repeat that and make yourself a second large spike. And then once you have 2 large spikes, we will go on to make our last spike, the extra large spike, before we put our dinosaur together. So now for the extra large spike, once again we will start with a magic ring, and you only need to make 1 of these extra large spikes. This is the only one we'll make. And we begin by placing 4 single crochets into this magic ring, and once you have those, pull your magic ring tight and do a single crochet back into the first stitch of round 1 to begin round 2. We're going to do an increase into this first stitch on round 2, followed by 1 single crochet, then another increase, and the last stitch on round 2 is a single crochet. Round 3, place 2 single crochets into the first stitch for an increase. 1, 2, followed by 2 single crochets, followed by another increase, 1, 2, and finish this round with 2 single crochets into the last 2 stitches. For round 4, we'll begin by doing an increase. Into this first stitch, place 2 single crochets, followed by 3 single crochets. And then another increase, 2 single crochets into that next stitch, and finish this round with 3 single crochets. For round 5, begin with an increase, 2 single crochets into that next stitch, followed by 4 single crochets. Do another increase, and then the next stitch, and finish round 5 with 4 single crochets. Round 6, our final round, is just going to be 12 single crochets all the way around. Once you finish that 12th single crochet, go ahead and pull your yarn through and cut your tail so that you can sew it onto the dinosaur. Now we can put our dinosaur together. Okay, so now we can get our dinosaur assembled here. We have all of our pieces. I'm just going to get this tail stuffed. First, we're going to put the tail on the body. Alright, so we just kind of want to reach in to the top of the body so that we can sew our tail. We're going to begin sewing the dinosaur tail right on the bottom, right in between the legs here. And then just sew. I'm just going to put one stitch into every stitch around and just kind of hold on to this as I go. Okay, now once I reach all the way around the tail, and just check and make sure it looks good everywhere. Make sure I don't want to go around one more time or anything. And everything looks good, so I am going to go ahead and just cut my yarn. To do the head next and then the arms last. You'll just want to place this wherever it looks right for you. About right here. Do your best to get it all centered by eyeballing it. And then the same with the neck. We don't want this neck falling off. The children will probably be carrying these around a lot by the head, snuggling with this, hugging it, and so I am going to go ahead and go around 2 full times and secure. go ahead and cut this yarn. So the head, the tail, now we'll put his little arms on, and then it'll be time for the spikes, and he'll be all finished. Arm is going to really just go right into this neck crease. And the arm I do put on a little bit differently. Rather than sewing around the arm, I go through both layers of the arm at once. Just sew straight across. Repeat with your other arm. And then you will place your spikes. So they will go, the smallest spikes are going to go on the top of the head and on the tail. And then it'll go the larger, or the medium, and then the large, and then the extra large will go in the middle. So you're just going to kind of lay out your dinosaur, look where you want all of your spikes to go, and just kind of evenly space your spikes to where you have 3 on the head, 3 on the tail, and your extra large one will come kind of right in between the 2 here. I'll start my way from the tip of the head down to the tip of the tail. And I'm starting this a couple rows past the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me along for this tutorial today. If you want the pattern printed, the link is down below in my video description. God bless you. Have a fabulous week. I'll see you next time.